All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call line la Eloheinu with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Arakakwaras. I want to give double honors to the apostles of the great millstone who will teach well and the heart of shalom to the elect. All right, the dollar's on its way out, man. Okay, all right, we're going to read some of this article and then we're going to talk about the MOTB, okay, because that's what's going to be the ultimate thing that people partake in or receive when the dollar is gone. But we're going to read some of this article. It says, market analysis, hyperinflation has begun and the dollar will collapse by 2025. Right? I don't know that it will collapse by that time, but the Lord is slowly having America on an economic decline. All right, interest rates are going high. People are not able to buy or sustain themselves. There's going to be more homelessness. People are being evicted left and right at their homes, especially the black woman. All right. When you go to the grocery store, you probably leave with 5 or 10 things and you spend $100. All right. It's going down. All right. Literally. All right. America's going down slowly but surely. All right. So it says in a recent interview with Michelle McCroy from Kitco News. All right. Lynetta Zhang, founder and CEO of Zhang Enterprises, issued a stark warning about the global economy focusing on the U.S. dollar and the banking sector. Zhang emphasized that the transition to hyperinflation has begun. All right, let's look up hyperinflation. All right. In economics, hyperinflation is a very high and typically acceleration inflation. It quickly erodes the value of the local currency as the prices of all goods increase. All right, there you go. It says hyperinflation has already begun, and we can see that the increased price of goods throughout every time we go to the store. You go shopping, you wear car buying, house buying, all these other type of things that when you go spend your money, you have less of it, right? Even your bills, they add, energy. Your energy costs are rising, okay? It says here, she asserted that the U.S. is moving toward a highly inflationary environment, with 2025 expected to be a massive market volatility, and loss of public confidence in the U.S. dollar. Lord, will that happens? Lord, will there be civil war coming, or on its way, or here during this time? But nonetheless, Zhang explained the Federal Reserve's own charts revealed the diminishing purchasing power of the dollar. All right, people lost in confidence, and it's hyperly inflated throughout the America's economic system. All right, leads to it being less valuable. All right, it says indicating a downward trajectory that will likely lead to zero value. According to Zhang, the public should expect more borrowing, more money printing, and greater inflation, as the U.S. government has not addressed the underlying issues of the economic system. She believes that the political leaders will attempt to hold off any significant crisis until after the 2024 elections. But by 2025, the gloves will come off. This is what she is expecting, or she believes will happen. But we know sooner or later that the American dollar is going to collapse. All right, BRICS is building up its financial structure. All right, and I think I said in the article where like 146 countries have already joined BRICS. Okay. It says in Zhang's view, the U.S. banking sector is in critical condition. She described it as extraordinarily sick, with every bank underwater. Even small increases in interest rates would not be good enough to counter the deep issues banks face, she warned. It says Zhang pointed out that the Federal Reserve's data shows that the dollar's purchasing power is on a clear path to zero, and this is a signal that hyperinflation, which technically refers to a 50% inflation rate per month, could soon hit 50%. All right, so let's say if you're paying $2.50 for gas now, 50% of that, and the increase on 50% of that is $5 a gallon. All right, so it says here, I think that's right. I think I did that right. All right, but nonetheless, it says Zhang, however, predicted that the actual inflation rate may exceed the technical definition, and the financial consequences could be dire, and that's good. Okay. It says Zhang also highlighted the constant consolidation in the U.S. banking sector, noting that numerous banks and that numerous mergers and acquisitions have already occurred. She pointed out that 54 U.S. bank and merger and acquisition deals were announced in 2024, in the first half of 2024, and the pace is expected to surpass 99 deals in 2023. So in 2023, they had 99 deals of mergers. All right. In addition to mergers, Zhang mentioned the alarming rate of bank branch closures, with more than 2,500 closures in 2023 and 24 and hundreds of more in 2024. All right, so let's talk about that. Let's see, did I? All right, so bank closures in America. All right, bank closures 2024. Okay. I just Googled this. Right, it says which banks are collapsing in 2024. It says here that there's only been one bank failure in 2024, Republic First Bank, which did business as Republic Bank, failed April 26th. Okay, there's more. It says which banks are closing in 2024 in the U.S. U.S. Bank is closing some branches. All right, you got J.P. Morgan Chase closing branches, and those are two popular banks. All right, I know the U.S. government deals with using U.S. Bank. I used that while I was in the Army doing transactions for the government with their money. All right, PNC Bank, and there's more. Let's see what this says. U.S. Bank, J.P. Morgan, some Wells Fargo's, PNC Bank, Citizens Bank, Capital One Bank, Key Bank, Bank of America. They're closing their branches. Okay, TD Bank. All right, so on and so forth. You see a Bank of California, Citibank, and some of those are notable banks that are closing their doors. Why are they closing their doors? Because the dollar is losing its purchasing power. All right. Then you have more banks. You see more banks are closing or have closed. Okay. All right. Let's look at this about bank mergers. All right. Why do banks merger? All right. It says banks merge together for a variety of reasons: economies of scale. Larger banks can be more efficient, which can lead to lower costs and fees for customers. Yeah, okay. Risk protection. All right, mergers can help protect banks themselves from financial risk. So smaller banks merging into bigger banks. Okay. When smaller banks don't have the money, and from my understanding, they merge into bigger banks so they don't fit into the category of being a risk. Okay. You got geographical expansion, diversification, technology, market adaptation, and managerial incentives. All right. So when banks are failing, the smaller banks, okay, merge with the bigger banks. All right. Point blank. Period. It says here one of the topic one on the topic of currency cycles. Zhang explained that all things That, like in all things in life, currencies have a predictable life cycle. All right, like all things in life, things have an end. Okay. She has studied these cycles since 1987 and noted that the current U.S. dollar is nearing the end of its cycle. The inversion of the U.S. Treasury yield curve is one of the many indicators she follows, signaling an imminent recession. And a recession, okay, is an economic decline. Let's look it up. Recession now, economic decline. All right, it says here the first definition: a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced. All right, so there you go. People aren't buying cars much. People aren't buying houses much. Okay. It says, however, Zhang warned that this recession will be far more severe than previous ones, and it will be accompanied by hyperinflation and a total collapse of the confidence in the U.S. dollar. All right, then she's saying, hey, buy gold in the last paragraph, but the downfall of the dollar is going to lead to this. Okay. All right, it's going to lead to this. They're going to come up with a new solution, and this is going to be the new solution to the downfall of the dollar. Stay away from this. Stay away from this. Let the dollar fall. The Lord's going to take care of you if you believe and you've been serving Him. Okay, you see it. You see how it's going to be inserted in you. Okay, you see where it can go, left or right hand. Okay, left or right hand. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And He causes all, both small and great. His cause is going to be by the downfall of the dollar, for one instance. Okay, all, both small and great, free and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, this is that mark. Stay away from it. All right, stay away from it. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the number of the beast or the number of his name. All right, you won't be able to buy and sell because you got stores. I think Walmart and Starbucks, they're gonna stop accepting cash here shortly. Okay. All right, I seen that. All right, but this is how you're gonna be able to buy and sell when the U.S. dollar has no more value. Okay. Somewhere in South America, their country within that continent, a country within that continent, their dollar lost its value, and people were out there burning it, doing whatever with it. That's how the American dollar is going to be. So we shouldn't be putting our hope in this place. Okay. My warning to you through the Spirit of the Lord is to stay away from it. All right, to stay away from that. This is Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. All right, the fierce anger of the Lord, the fire of the Lord. Okay, if you partake in taking this, because the dollar is on its way out, you're going to be in the anger of the Lord. You're going to be in the midst of the anger of the Lord. All right, and it says, he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. Meaning, there's going to be remembered that you worship the beast and you fell for his tricks. Okay. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right, this is it right here. This is the MARK. And if it wasn't, they wouldn't take brothers' videos down that produce videos explaining this and exposing this. Okay. But the American dollar will collapse sooner rather than later. Okay. All right, and their new wave of technology will be here. Will be will be here. All right, we'll be here. This is how you will pay. All right, but Lord Williams edifying to the next time. Shalom.